if we will not eat healthy food, so we will get sick, and our others, you can say our daily life routine will be
Mm-hmm.
you will get disturbed.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, I don't have anything you can say. Can I think first?
No, no, there's no need of thinking. So this is the practice, okay? Uh,
Okay.
do you know I gave you some clues, okay? Do you know what healthy food is? Okay, there is, you see, two categories are healthy foods and junk foods. So you can talk for keep these things in your mind. What is healthy food and what is junk food, and why you see healthy food is better than junk food. So this is what you have to say.
So healthy food, as I said before,
Mm-hmm.
healthy food is healthy for our health. So we
Mm-hmm.
should eat apples, vegetables like guana and other
Mm-hmm.
things like fruit, apples,
Mm-hmm.
bananas, etc.
Mm-hmm.
But in our community, today's junk foods and other food like burgers, shawarma, they are actually making people sick.
Oh yes.
So I think this should be stopped. uh,
Okay.
you know uh, it's very convenient and people can eat while walking, but it's not healthy.
Yes. Okay.
This food is making us weaker and lazier.
Mm.
As we can say bread, you can say bread, example of bread. If we
Mm.
take the example of bread,
Mm.
so it's okay if we eat bread with egg, etc., etc. It's also healthy, but
Mm.
not the other like shawarmas. They are adding other ingredients in it extra, which is not healthy, and it's not up to the mark of the health, fulfill the standard of healthy food.
Mm.
People use spoiled things in it, and we don't know. We just eat and go on. We don't blame them. We don't know what they
Mm.
use in it, but
Okay.
they use you know ingredients which are older and like expired.
Yes, the
So
harmful ingredients you meant to say.
yeah, I meant to say.
Mm. All right. So, what do you say about actually, my opinion? I'm sorry. Actually, my opinion is about this is that healthy food is normally homemade food. It is clean, and as the our you see parents have been feeding with. You see, they always give us healthy food. When food at home, it is well cooked. Okay, it is, you
Yeah,
see, very neatly, cleanly. Everything is good. You see pans in which we cooking wares that they use. They are neat and clean, and you see, and healthy, and they are also cooked in a healthy way. Okay. So
boiled
and
well.
balanced diet is also playing a very important part. It is very important natural for man that he is taking automatically taking balanced diet, because our, you
Yeah,
see,
yeah,
body requirement, they keep indicating, they tell you that you should eat something salty, or you should eat something sweet or sour. So these things are the taste that we have introduced to our body according to requirement, you see, wishes for that, and that we say, we you express your desire that you want to eat that thing, pulao, biryani, or something like that, dishes like this. So, but these days it is that mostly we are having packed food that comes, the factory processed food that is coming to us. Like you see, ready-made foods are there. You see,
nuggets.
nuggets. That is one example, and you see things like this which comes in packing. So my objection to that is when they are coming from the factory, they add some ingredients which are poisonous to keep this food safe from fungus, to prevent fungus growing in the food. Okay, like bread, this is one example. When it
Yeah,
comes
yeah.
in packing, it
Actually,
comes in
actually,
packing. Mm.
they also use other ingredients to make it delicious, but it make it worse, you
Ah,
know.
yes, yes. They also mean to add taste to it, and you see some ingredients which are coded into E120 or E131 or E1. You see, there's a long list. Sometimes you see on the food on the back in among the ingredients. So when we come to search about the detail of that, you see ingredient, because it's not clearly indicated it is sugar or fats, or you see animal fat or vegetable fat, or what type of, it is coded. And when we search it on the internet, then we come to know that they write it as taste enhancer. Okay, that means something that adds to the taste. So further research, I came to know that they are pig-related, you see, ingredients, and which are, you see, added. Maybe the meat is dried and then into ground into powder, and then which is small quantity of powder is added to the food, and it makes the things tasty. Okay, so it is something like we add, you see, butter or ghee or some cooking oil to make the food tasty. So when we get it from the market, or when homemade, you see, when desi ghee, that is a healthy food. And we can have, you see, minute quantity added to the food, and we know that the sources of which which you
Butter.
see help us to get, you see, butter, milk, or all these things. But now we have another example is packed milk. You see milk in packets, and naturally there are some substances have been added to that to enhance the taste. So baby milk that is available at the store, we don't know what they have added in it, and many other example. One example is very
Yeah,
bad
there
example.
is example of
Knorr.
powder milk,
Powder
you
milk,
know.
powder milk, yes, powder milk. I was telling you. So babies are fed on that, and that is to how many percent you can say this is milk. Okay, normally the idea comes to our mind that this is milk that is dried up and then is ground into powder. But no one can have the idea that maybe some flour of something has been
Chemicals.
added into that. Okay, then ground into powder. So these things are him. Now they call them cereal. Okay, Cerelac, something like you see some other foods they have been adding in that. So one this is very example that doesn't fit to my mind is that Knorr. What are the ingredients of this? If it gives us the taste like meat, they say add one, you see, small cube of quinoa in your lentils or curry or whatever it is you're cooking. So it will give you taste of meat. So if it is giving a taste of meat, so what is the source of that meat? What type of meat is that? Was halal or haram or not? So things like this. So, first of all, halal food is priority. That is healthy food. Okay, and the food that is not, you see, halal, that is, you see, that doesn't seem to be healthy to my mind. Okay, so healthy food is, and the other thing is that balanced diet. Yes, well, we should also follow that. We should eat. Milk is also very good, but it doesn't mean that we should go for packed milk that we buy from the market. Okay, and there are also different, you see, sources that sometimes in, you see, Europe, the packed milk is good, tasty, and we have seen it. And but here, on that milk, you cannot preserve for more than 3 days. You can in the fridge, in your refrigerator. You can put it for 2, 3, 4 days, and after that, the expiry date comes. So actual, it can go fresh for 5 days. Okay, But after 3 days, they collect from the store and they make into ice cream. So these are the things. There are many items now, the tasty ones. Everything that is tasty may not be healthy, and we get addicted to that. Okay, we eat it more and more. So one example, you see this broiler milk is also there. So all the food that we can't, that is scientific food, that is also playing its part. So healthy food is normally here. The healthy food means
Scientific eggs. There are
according to,
scientific eggs
yes, scientific. You see, they're bigger. Also
introduced by
introduced
China,
by
Chinese.
Chinese. So the food that is that has some, you see, ingredients, you see, produced in China. Nobody knows that what are the sources. Now the dead bodies are processed and they are converted into food. Like one example is there, you see, the feed that they're giving to the hens, okay, in the farms, so dairy, poultry farms, so they are giving, you see, in the evening, the truck is collecting all the waste of the birds, they sell on the same sale points. So and the waste of the hens, that is recollected and that is processed and that is again fed to the birds. Okay, so this is a harmful process. In that, you see, there is blood as well, and very harmful. You see things that can be there, and it is very. It gives very foul smell when you open the packet. It's not very healthy. So these are the things that they are using, and then the I means dead, you see, hens, they are processed and they are fed to the new chicks, and then again and they are, and some substances are given. You see, it's a small chick of 21 days, 1 month, you can say, it becomes a hen. So there is something wrong they are doing with the animals, okay? And then they say this is very healthy. Proteins, I
There
think,
is another concept. There is another
vitamins.
concept. People used to say they breeded the hen with pig.
Ah, yes.
So
Ah,
we don't
yes,
know
yes,
their
there is
breed.
also indirectly or indirectly. And they are now bad. Other cows are being introduced, you see, that gives 30 liter milk or 40 liter milk. And someone was telling me that there is a cow that gives 50 liter milk. I think he was exaggerating too much. But when I have heard that cows, you see, they can give 30 liter milk or 40 liter milk. So that is, such cows are not normal cows, and
It's
they
unusual.
unusual.
It's
Okay,
unusual.
so normal cow gives milk, you see, almost 4 5 liter, maximum 6 7. That is good enough. The cow that is giving 15 20 liters milk, that is unusual, and we should beware of that. So that becomes, to me, it becomes a kind of unhealthy. Some kind of, you see, medical complications will appear in old age, and sometimes you see in even this at present we have some, you see, symptoms of, you see, sickness. Okay, the small children, you see, of 10 years old, and they become, they have, they are, they put on, you see, weight, they become weighty, and they are overweight children. Okay, so weakness of the eyes and slow thinking, their thinking process is also very slow. They are stunned, like, you see, hands that we normally eat in our daily life. So this is one thing. Another thing is that homemade food is the best food, and you know what you are cooking, and this is, normally, to me, that is the healthy food. Okay, why and why not? It has been added to that. Okay, now this way. Now the other example. Now let's move to another question. Help me speak about it. The next thing, if you catch a cold, okay, what do you do to help you feel better? Naturally, sometimes we have fever or cold or flu. So, in your case, what do you do? Do you wait that your body should recover automatically, or immediately you go to doctor and you get some medicine?
Actually, it's depend on my mood.
Mm.
As you know, today I have fever
Fever,
due to
yes.
cold.
Mm.
Due to cold. So I just wait and I say that it's okay. I will get recovered soon. But it's take time sometimes. Sometimes it's just increase.
In case it
So
worsening, it
yeah,
is
it's
such a
worse. It's
worsening.
get
Mm.
yeah, it's
Mm.
get worse. So now go to doctor and ask him to check me. So he
Mm.
gave me medicine. So I just take it now. I'm just feeling better.
All right.
So
So,
sometime
mm,
this is I
mm.
have to say.
So yeah, we are recovering quickly. Okay. Actually,
Yeah.
this is in my case. I do not, you see, immediately go to doctor. I wait for 3 days. Normally, if I am not having pain, there are two things. Okay. One thing is that I am slow. I am lazy. Okay, and I have fever, loss of appetite. So in that case, it is normal. Okay, in some, because the weather is changing. You see, hot and cold. Our body is readjusting itself, because previously we were suffering from cold weathers. Okay, so body was normally expecting to see that our day, in the daytime it will be not very cold, and at night time it will be cold. But now the nights are also getting warmer. So body is adjusting itself, and sometimes it feels unusual. So the first reaction is fever. So fever may be because of this readjustment of the body, and this kind of fever is normally to the healthy person. The other kind of fever is that you see sometimes you see it happens bacterial, you see, factors also. We catch some bacteria, and our body is not ready for them, and the first reaction is fever. Okay, body begins to experience. So if I give it a couple of days, naturally situation worsens. Okay, and then automatically after 3 days, within 3 days, normally in my case, you see 2 days, after 2 days, it begins to restore. And you see, within 3 days, the body is once again normal. So this is better than if there is some sort of, you see, bacterial effect on the body. So body can in itself resist, and it become normal. So we should not immediately introduce our body to the medicines available in the market, because if it is that we are very quick in having medicines, then maybe this year you get one tablet, and the next season, yeah, you will get two tablets, and so on. There will be capsules as well, and later maybe injection as well. So let your body fight against the changing weathers. But if it is pain, you are having severe pain, then you should naturally, the muscular pain is sometimes is there. When you are have undergoing pains, so then immediately you should take medicine, because you don't wait, that body will restore itself. But if it's temperature and there's a little rise in temperature, it will recover and it will come back. In my case, I normally do this, but the situation is changing. You are young, and your environment is according to your need and according to your mood, and you should um, think about yourself. So it's good that after some time, first you let your body, tackle the situation. But if it is necessary, then you go to the doctor and you consult and take medicine. Medicine is also helping us recover. Okay, now the next question is that about do you pay attention to public information about health? Sometimes we get, there's a lot of on the TV, and see newspapers, magazines. So there are some kind of instructions, and they tell us that we should do this. This is very healthy. This is healthful. So do you pay attention to that?
Actually, we should pay attention to that because there's a awareness from the government. People
Um,
and doctors. There are doctors who advise to so people can be healthy. So
mm,
we should pay attention, but many times we just don't pay attention. We just uh, ignore it. We just ignore it. So if we don't pay attention, it will not cause us anything at a moment. But
mhm.
in long run, it will show symptoms, things like you can say uh, there are programs who give uh, awareness to the young people, so
Ah,
they will do better in their life, as
mm.
people have experience in their lives. So as a young, we should pay attention to them, so we don't have to face same problems.
All right.
Otherwise, we
Mm.
will also be a victim of that problem.
Um,
So it's better to not to avoid to pay attention and
so
do
is see, do you think that sometimes the information, public information on TV, radio, or newspapers, or some you see through some friends, trusted friends, they are sometimes misleading as well. Do you agree to that?
you can say about friends, but
Mm.
I think the government the information which is properly given by the
Mm.
anti-government
So there should be.
officials or officers, it should be trusted. Otherwise,
Um,
you can say there are minor chances of misleading information,
mm.
but we should follow it.
See on.
There are other ads. We should not follow them.
Mm.
But the information which is properly given by the government officials, we should follow it, so that we will lead a healthy life.
There is also one more thing because in the society, you see, it is business-minded society. All our efforts are to make money. So something that is may not be very useful, but it is highlighted and projected, and it is presented to us as very, very useful. Okay, so it may not have immediately bad effects on our health, but afterwards, maybe after 10 years, 20 years, in my objection to is that we become addicted to these things, okay, on low level or sometimes on high level, okay. So we these are you see we get information about taking about some medicines, about some food as well, like this is very healthy or not healthy, something like that. So I am very
You
much
can add it. You can
res-
add that.
mm,
We can add that there are
yeah.
government plans in which you can say polio drops.
Yes,
They,
that's one.
mm,
There's one thing, okay, but polio is one example. Dengue is also one
yeah.
example. I was you see on getting information on TV that dengue is also getting active this day, and just about corona, there were some also. But sometimes I feel doubtful about these things. You see, corona is there, so the proper way it was that see there should be centers see at different places on you see street level or you see sector wise. So on the road, see there should be sectors on the what we should say every crossing, road crossing, there should be pamphlets issued by the government, distributed among the people. You see they are very maybe 50 paisa one for one pamphlet. So or advertisement about this awareness should be created. Yes, normally when we go to a building, to bank, or they have a gun that you see checks the temperature of the people. Okay, so voluntarily they can ask the people, their volunteers, that they should have a table at every what I should say a road crossing near under a tree on the roadside. So there, if there is something doubtful, they should check the temperature of the people. If with them there is some doubtful person moving about, and one how people should move in the society, there should be some model. Okay, what dress
You
we
can,
should, what if there
there
are
is one
people.
problem.
uh,
There is one problem. In Pakistan, you know, we are developing country, so our government don't pay attention properly in health.
yeah.
We don't know if a person having heart attack, what to
uh,
do.
yes.
We don't know anything, what how to deal. So there should be other awareness program in which people should train freely, free of
Yes,
cost.
people are giving more, you see, program on, you see, if you go to Facebook, you get you see a lot of information. People, you see, there are some doctors voluntarily they share their opinion about, you see, what to eat, what to do, what to wear, how to behave, stay in home or not stay in home. And some, you see, psychiatrists, they can also give their opinion, or psychologists, you can say. They can, you see, tell us that the effects of the present condition, you see, this present condition, you see, many people and they are
Actually,
under
there is ambiguity
depression,
between information. There is
Yes,
ambiguity in the information.
yes,
You
yes.
know, some doctors say don't do that. The other
Ah,
said to do this.
do this,
So
yes.
there should be awareness at the government level. Like you know, there are SOPs.
That's
It's
okay.
standardized. So
Um,
there should be standardized things on which we should
mm, um,
follow, and we
No,
can
people have, you see, different
will
activities. These students have to go to school as well. But how to go to school? What are the protective measures? Okay, there should be some model students that you should go to school like this. In many other, you see, uh, China has overcome the difficulty of this present pandemic. They have I have been seeing here on, see, Facebook, um, how to behave in this, you see, corona. They opened their school, and they taught their children to use sanitizers, and you see, wearing mask or all these things, and distance. And you see, rather not only wearing mask, wearing a shield, you see, plastic made shield. So all the students, they were wearing, even the teacher was wearing the plastic. So they did not let the education system disturbed. But here I think only doctors, they have been wearing a protective shield. See, I saw in the pictures. But that was not very expensive. Government could make immediately. The government could give task to the people that this is a thing that is very important, and that they should bring or produce or make. Like in the beginning, masks were, they were short. Okay, one mask was, they were selling about, you see, 30, 40 rupees, and then you see many masks came from the factories, locally made masks, and then again you see there are so many in the market. So what to do, how to behave? So not.
there are masks which are not according to the standard. So
Oh.
in order,
Mm.
I think they work as a carrier instead to protect
Oh,
us.
yes, you're
I
very
think
right.
so.
Yes, of course. The virus is very, there is an very, you see, people like me, we are always thinking, virus is very small, you know. If you are wearing mask, and you see, just if you can sense the presence of smoke, even after wearing the mask, so that means a smoke particle is not just a, uh, is a small one, but not, you see, as small as viruses. Virus is even smaller. You wear a mask, there are three-layer mask, and you see even smoke particles can reach your nose even through your mask. Okay, sometimes we go to either, you see, from here, Shakam Industries, and when there's, you see, drain, and when we are passing on to the drain, and immediately we begin to have to feel the foul smell there, you see, in the atmosphere. So it is that these particles, smell particles, and you see, smoke particles, they can reach our nose. So if they can reach, the virus is very small, that can also reach there. But it doesn't mean that we should not wear mask. I don't recommend that. We should wear. It is, at least it is saving us from dust. Okay. So good that it is now very cheap, not very expensive. You see, 5 rupees, 6 rupees per mask, and you can. This is another business, and the disposal of the mask is also one problem. Okay, you see everybody is using a mask, and very often we see these masks lying here and there on the roads, littering. Okay, our environment is getting littered. So how to behave, what to do? This kind of education is not given to the people locally at the counselor level. There should be such activities should be introduced. Doctors or experts should have come. There should have been some checkpoints, okay, rather than there should be lockdown or you see curfew like situation and no one should go. People need, everybody needs, you see, everybody has to eat. There are many old people, they have died because they don't have anybody to support them. And some, you see, societies are welfare societies are giving them food, but there is no plan, lack of plan, and how to tackle. China has this one example. Why not following that example? Okay. This is and so these are the questions that come to the mind, and I think we should pay attention to that. We should learn from them, and we should follow their footsteps if we want to get rid of this type of. This is not one that we are having. Maybe I was today reading or uh, listening that maybe this is true or not. In Khyber Pakhtunkhwa side, you see there is a wind, and wind is also carrying a sort of a virus or you
Virus
see
along
bacteria
with, yeah.
in that nose bleeding. It is causing nose bleeding to the people. So that may be another kind of you see virus. All these things, many things are you see playing their part in the society. We have disturbed our environment, okay, in the name
There
of
is one problem
protection.
also in Pakistan. We don't have a proper research
Yes.
centers. We don't have a proper
You
research
see,
centers. We
India
don't
has
do research.
environment.
We rely
You
on
see,
other.
environmental attack. You see, this is in India already has been using. You see, that was very simple in the past. They were releasing flood water, and you see, when we don't need water, India just releases water towards Pakistan, and it destroys. You see, all the a lot of crops in Pakistan. It causes a lot of you see loss to life and property, and you see economic losses also as well. So that was one thing that India was using. You see, that's environmental. You see, kind of attack. So now there are, you see, advanced. There may be sprays or you see, like you see something when the winds, you see, move from winds will not, you see, have passport and they will not stop at the borders. There will be no checkpoint for the wind when it enters to the Pakistan. So they know that about the depression. So when winds are, you see, entering from India side to Pakistan, maybe with that wind they can send some sort of virus or disease into Pakistan, and Pakistan will have to fight. So we need to be very careful about it. Such type of attacks are being made, and you see people are you see overcautious about it. But the government is not making us ready for that. We are just introduced that some missile can come, some bullet can come, some bomb can you see a blast or some other things, weapons. You see some this type of you see
Biological weapons.
biological weapons. Okay, so we now the situation and conditions are changing in the world, and we need more awareness. And according to that, we need update our people that one kind of things can be harmful, and the other thing is that the living people who are not ill, their behavior, unhealthy behavior, they are being, you see, if there is a person, normal person, but his behavior, his attitude is unhealthy, rather not good for the people, other people may be affected. They may come under aggression by some particular person. So we also need healthy thinking of the people as well. So government should pay, and society also should pay attention to that, and there should be more awareness about it. Okay, we have talked about, you see, health and healthy food and healthy lifestyle. Acha, what could you do to have a healthier lifestyle? To maintain your health, what do you do?
Uh, Actually, if I go to the deeper information, so I would like to add some facts.
Mm.
So in Pakistan, we can see there is no proper channel route, and there are of awareness, and over literacy rate is also very lower than the other
Mm.
country. If we take the example of our rival country like India,
Ah.
so they have properly channeled their education system.
Um.
The country which channel their proper education system, they should win, and can tackle easily any problem in the future that a country have to face. So for example, in Pakistan there is a coronavirus. So
Mm.
people are illiterate. They don't
Illiterate.
understand the uh, severity, or you can say the problem,
Mm.
actually, because they are illiterate. They say it's okay, if we have to die, so we will die. So this
Um.
concept should not be promoted. We should be
Um.
aware. We should be properly mentally. We should be prepared for any kind of problem. So
Mm.
for as you say, for what could we do for a healthier life? We
Mm.
should follow the instruction given by the proper professionals, like in our country we have proper, if we start see at TV, we have
Mm.
proper channel. The professionals talk in simple, in many shows they give
Mm.
awareness. But
Mm.
I think there is ambiguity, as I have mentioned earlier.
Mm.
So I think the advertisement, which is properly given by
Mm.
government, it should be promoted, and have to be followed.
Mm.
So I think if we follow the instruction properly, so
Ah.
we will gain health, and our
So,
lifestyle will be healthy. There is
okay.
also other factors in our country. Pakistan is very poor, and developing country people don't have proper food. So
Ah.
as we talked earlier, we should eat proper food in order to maintain our health.
Mm.
So I think it's a big factor which we should mm, have to
Okay.
be
Mm. So,
followed and pay attention.
one thing is that to normally people to stay healthy, they go to the parks. They have some they do some exercise. They go to gym, fitness centers. So, do you do anything like that? Do you play some? Do you take
No,
part in
actually, I
sports?
don't. Yeah, I play football, and I also play badminton. As you called me yesterday, I was at football
Mm.
badminton club. So
Ah.
that's why I thought. No, actually, I was totally forgot. So I was playing badminton. So sports is everyone know sport
Ah.
is healthy, but it also need proper food.
Ah.
If we
Yes.
don't eat food properly, we will get sick. We will be weaker day by day, as we need energy in order to perform any action.
Ah.
So if
Yeah.
we don't inhale any proper food, so we
Ah.
don't have any energy, so our body will consume its own in itself.
Ah.
So we will get weaker. Our muscle will not be properly maintained. So we should have proper food in order to food, as we say earlier. Over
Ah.
Pakistan, the
Yeah.
problem is steps should be taken by the government.
Um.
People should have proper health facility, as we say, the Pakistan, Imran Khan introduced health card. It's
Ah.
also a bold move, I think, for poor
Mm.
people.
Mm.
So there are also program like housing society, like he gave
Mm. Mm.
house those
Um.
people who are needy, or you can say those who live in rent. So I think
Mm.
it's a good start, but it should be, I think he can do better. So
All
we
right.
our government should think about certain matters.
That's an.
They should
Mm.
they should do such things properly in order to.
Okay. Now you see, there's our habits. You see, our lifestyle habits. Like we sleep very late at night. It's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock we sleep, and that's not the right time to go to bed. Right time to go to bed is about near 9 o'clock. Okay. If you go to bed at 9 o'clock, you can rise early next morning. Maybe 6 o'clock you wake up, and you say your prayer. So this another thing is that we are working in the artificial light. Okay, most indoor. We are working indoor. We are studying or rather. Even in my time when I was studying at school, so my school was in the playground under a tree. Okay, there was sufficient light. But now continuously we are working in an environment which is kind of like an office. In office we have, you see, artificial light. Sometimes they are no match to the natural light that comes from the sun. Sunlight is a healthy for eyes as well. Okay, so we most of our activities should be under the sunlight. Where after sunlight, when after sunset, we should sleep. You see, we should be quick to go to bed. So waking up early is there's another thing that some people, they don't have fixed time for their breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Okay, anytime one day they are taking their breakfast at maybe 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. At next day they are very late for the breakfast. It is 12 o'clock, and sometimes the people even are eating after 9 o'clock. They are towards the 12 o'clock. They are eating, and all day eating. That keeps going on. So, do you have fixed hours for your meals? I mean breakfast.
Actually, if you ask me, the thing you have mentioned everything.
Mm,
So, like you say, we should sleep early.
ah,
I want to say that I don't sleep early, so I
ah,
have many problems. Like
ah.
I was listening to a doctor. He was saying that there is a chemical reaction in our mind,
Yes, of course.
which it indicate to sleep. It's a
Ah,
specific time. It's like it is about it occur about 12 o'clock. So
yeah.
we should sleep as we feel we should sleep. So if I give my example,
Mm.
so I don't sleep early because I have some work to do. There are other
No,
problems.
it is those who don't have anything to do, even they sleep very late at night. It must they're using
Yeah, I am going
surfing.
toward that.
Mm.
Actually, my work end at 1 o'clock. So onward, I don't sleep. I just
Ah,
sleep at 6 o'clock,
mm,
7 o'clock,
mm,
8 o'clock, even
mm.
9 o'clock.
Ah,
If I give my today's example, I
mm.
just sleep for 2 hours in the morning. Then
Ah,
I check my classes.
mm.
Then I just awake when you call me. I just awake because I was not feeling well.
Ah,
There is a factor as we
um,
said, we don't feel healthier.
yes, yeah.
So sleeping is very
The proper
important
sleep
for
is
our health.
8 hours
Yes,
sleep is must. You see, in your case, it could be
and
10 hours.
proper timetable. We should follow proper timetable for
Some.
eating, for sleeping,
Mm,
because otherwise we don't. As I will I told you, I just sleep. I just did my breakfast, or
uh,
not breakfast. I did my uh, meal,
uh,
morning meal at 3 or 4 o'clock, I think.
so
So
first year, your
yeah.
breakfast was at you said 3 o'clock.
No,
So,
no,
yes.
not my breakfast, my morning meal.
Good morning, man. Okay.
So this is a
Namak mirchi
factor.
ki dal.
So if my example, if I give my example, so I just create my, I just create my hobby. It's like I just destroy my proper timetable. So
Oh, okay.
it is very not convenient for
Hmm.
me and for my health, I think so. Because I
Yes.
myself I have experienced that. from.
Yes. Okay. So this is here. We need the advice of the government. Government should take notice that one how the people are you see spending their time. And they should be before 9 o'clock. The business should close. I have seen in other countries. In Europe, I have seen that you see um, some these normal shops and business till 9 o'clock. After 9 o'clock, they close. Okay, like we have markets, they close at you see after sunset. Most of the shops they are closed. So, the what type of you see business are going on after 9 o'clock? The government should check them, okay, and they should have imposed some and the light. Okay, if you see many of the houses indoor and they are having like you see light and sound, or they're playing music or all these things. Not only that they themselves they don't sleep, they are also disturbing their neighbors as well, and in such activities loud noise, even the neighbors cannot sleep, even the small children are disturbed, those who go to school, and some elderly people or some sick people they are disturbed. So they should be government should educate the people about some manners. First thing is that they should not you see keep awake until late, and the other is if it is necessary what kind of activities they should be involved in.
I think this there is another factors like we are using AC, air
AC.
conditioner.
Air condition is
So
also
which
another factor.
so it's so at night we were before AC, at night we were sleep at the outside of the building.
Uh-huh.
Nowadays we just sleep inside and
Hmm.
in
This
front
is
of the
one of the things. We don't
floor.
know about sunrise, okay?
Yeah,
We don't experience sunrise. Rise when you see if you are sleeping in the open, okay, on the rooftop sometimes, so you can see it's daytime. Early in the morning, you can hear the birds chirping.
and
But
I
if
think
you
there is no comparison between the AC and the
uh,
natural
natural
environment.
natural environment. Yes, you are very right. We are
Natural.
also living in an artificial environment as well. So we should also improve. From your conversation, I have come to know that we should wake up early and we should sleep early and we should take some
Yes.
exercise, go to some park if you are living in a city. And if you are in a village, you should start your work early and then by sunset
There is
you
a
should
famous
come. Yes.
quotation about
Mm.
this uh, uh, sleep. I am not. I have to think. Uh, wait.
All right. So now,
Early to sleep, early to rise. Make
yes,
a man healthy and wise.
healthy and wise, healthy, wealthy and wise. Okay,
Healthy, wealthy, and wise.
healthy,
Yeah.
wealthy and wise. Okay, now this was the part one of the conversation. Normally, it is not that long. Okay, it is just a few questions and short questions. I mean that you should speak more and more. And in the second part,
Yeah.
this is they give you a topic, okay, and this is the examiner normally speaks of things like this that you will have to talk about the topic for
I have a
one
question.
1 to 2 minutes. Yes, okay.
Hello.
Yes, say. What is that?
As we as over in the start, you asked me to give you answer.
Ah,
So
yeah.
then you start giving me some information. So
Mm.
there will be a conversation like this, or there will be some point
No,
from the
there is very
person from the
mechanical.
podcast.
There actually I am just having conversation with you, okay, and their speaking is very mechanical. They already know what questions that they are going to ask you. They just read it for you, okay. Or sometimes they have some. I think they have a test in hand. So how many questions they will ask, what questions they will ask,
Okay.
they just examine it, just reads those questions. Okay, I am myself creating question according to your
Okay.
taste because I want you to speak. Okay, so when you speak, the questions are
Yeah,
like this.
I think it's a good for exercise.
Good for exercise. Okay.
Preparation. It's for preparation. I think it's
Yes,
a good
yes, yes, yes.
one.
And the other thing is that in this part two, okay, normally they begin to speak like this as it is written here, the same words. You will have to talk about the topic for 1 to 2 minutes, and you have 1 minute to think about what you are going to say. You can make some notes to help you if you wish. Okay, they give you a topic like this. Okay, for example, this is your topic, and they say this is a topic, and you can write notes. They give you 1 minute to think about what to say. So this is when they give, you see, they speak like this. So it is not to help you; it is to distract you. Okay, it is to create fear in your mind that something is very dangerous coming and you should so when they say things like this, you should understand, but you should not take very serious notice of it. So it means that when in the part two, you will have to speak 1 to 2 minutes, and they give you paper pencil, and they will ask you, you have 1 minute, you think and you write. But I don't think that if it's a test for me, I will ignore these things. I will not listen to them properly, so that I should not be affected by the meanings of the words here. Rather, I will pay more attention to here, here. But I will take time. You see, 1 minute. I will take time to understand the topic as well. Okay, it's not that I should pay whole attention how to say something. Okay, I mean the important thing is that you should understand the topic. Then
Your
if
voice is glitching.
okay,
Hello.
okay.
Okay. Okay.
Sometime.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Right. So here, I mean to say you should focus the question. Your task is that describe an occasion when you had to wait a long time for someone or something to arrive. So in our normal life, this is very common situation. We either we are waiting for somebody or something that it should come quickly. We grow impatient about that. So waiting becomes heavy on us. So you were waiting for somebody or something, and you should say. So this is also subheadings are there, and they will help you a lot in speaking as well. You
I have
should
a
take
question. I have a question. Can
say.
we answer specifically or generally? Like I can
General.
say,
Yes, maybe yes, you just need to make a little practice. When you see this is your first day, that you are not familiar with the test, and now you have learned that what kind of test it is. So maybe the first time you are not very successful in answering the questions, maybe, but you are good. You are speaking good. Okay. So at least you are taking the topic from me, and you are giving your opinion, you're giving your speech. So that is good. I don't have to make you see pretty good efforts about that. So now you see the topic is about waiting. Okay, you will have to talk about waiting. So the subheadings are also there. So these type of questions are given in your CO level, A level C examinations. So to cover these things, so the one thing is that who or what you are waiting for. Okay, once in your life you were waiting for somebody or something. So who that was. Okay.
will they give me in written form, or they will
Yes,
just
they
ask
will
me?
they will give you a written form. This is your cue card. They call it cue card. Okay, so
Okay.
they will give you this whole. Okay, and this portion they will speak, and they will give it this. And
Actually, you want to say they will create a scenario in which I have to speak according to the
yes,
scenario.
yes, according to this is according to topic you will speak. So here is, it is also very much like that you have spoken previously. There's a little difference. Rather, let's see, in the previously you did not see the questions. In the part one, you will not see any questions. But here it is that question is right before you, rather task is before you, not question. And they say, first tell who the person was you were waiting for, and how long did you wait? Had you been waiting? Okay, how long you had to wait? And it,
Can I my start on can hello?
yes,
Can
yeah.
I start my answer from general to specific, as like
You
in our
see,
daily life.
you have to
We
cover. Yes, you can say a little, okay, a few sentences or a couple of sentences, because you have to speak for 1 to 3 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes, okay. So you can start like that, not bad, okay. But remember to cover these points. But in the beginning,
okay,
and at now present, we are not in the test at the moment, so you can ignore that. You can say at the any way you like. Maybe the answer you plan is better, then I can suggest you. Okay, so
okay,
you take your chance, no problem. So first, the information that I want to get from you is that who was the person that you were waiting for? How long did you wait? And that why? What was the reason for waiting so long? Because it was unusual delay, and what was the delay for, and explain how you felt about waiting a long time. So, how are you feeling? Easy, not easy? How did you tackle all that? You can talk about this. So, this is you have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes, but you can speak to any length. I don't disturb you. You can speak for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, no problem. Okay. So, it's all about
okay.
waiting for something or somebody. Now over to you. Speak.
So there are many occasions. If I mention, there are many occasions in which I have to wait. So, but specifically, if I mention, there is an occasion like my aunt and my uncle at their family was outside of country, was for you can say Hajj. Hajj, they went for Hajj in Saudi Arabia. So
Mm,
when they have to return, they just told us they are returning.
mm,
So we just go to the airport. So
mm.
actually, the problem held that there was a mechanical fault in their airplane.
Okay.
So if we thanks to God that they are safe now, and they
Mm,
were safe,
mm.
safe because the pilot took a bold move. So he landed frequently as he smelled the problem in the malfunction in any function. I don't
Uh,
know
uh,
what the
uh,
problem was
uh,
actually. So we had to wait, like we had to wait for 1 or 2 days.
oh.
So we
Mm,
returned, then
mm,
we go, we had to stay at our relatives' home. So it was a time, you can say, we were really confused and you can say, were in tension, proper tension, like how they were managing their things. Like, they were happy to come back, and but the problem occur, when we are in problem, or any of our relative is in problem, we don't feel well.
sure.
So that was the occasion when we had to wait.
Mm,
We had to wait. So we had to wait for 3 to 4. I have mentioned 1 or 2 days. So
mm,
actually, and I have mentioned the reason that there was a malfunctioning in their airplane. So pilot had to land frequently. Otherwise, the incident happens. Thanks God, they don't
mm,
have had any injury or anything like that. So
uh,
if we thank to God,
mm.
it's a really miracle.
Okay, so how you felt about this, all this, that the aeroplane did not reach in time and you had to wait for 2 days, and who was coming from Hajj? Parents, aunts, uncle, who? Hello, hello.
I have
Mm-hmm.
I have mentioned my aunt, my uncle, and their kids. I have mentioned.
I was not very careful about that. I had some disturbance. Okay, I was distracted. Okay,
Okay.
so you told how long? 2 days you waited, and that why you have also told the reason, because there were technical fault in the aeroplane. This was the reason, and you were feeling very. How were you feeling about this waiting? Easy,
It's
uneasy,
no,
casual?
no. No, we were not feeling easy.
Um,
Our relative, we have common things. We have time together. So, there is tension, or even they transfer them into another airplane. So we were in fear as the
oh,
incident happened. We were not
um,
properly in our sense. You can say that.
but your
So
agony, you are feeling, you
yeah,
see, that's okay. So mentally, you are feeling very upset.
upset. Yeah.
All right. Now, this is part three, and it's maybe about to see waiting or reaching early something. So, discussion topic is arriving early. Okay, sometimes is that when we arrive before time. So, in what kinds of situations so should people always arrive early? Okay, there are some. Normally, we get late, but there are some situations that we should arrive early. So what kind of situations you think that people should arrive early?
I think in situation of emergency, like anyone have over relative have any problem, or
Mhm.
someone is facing problem, someone in such a situation, like
Um,
you can say there was an incident happen in the highway in
oh,
Gujranwala. We
oh,
can take
yes.
example
Mm.
the woman who was a victim.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So she called her relatives, so
Mm.
they arrived late, so the incident happened as we heard. So I think in such situation we should ourselves be careful, and also the person to whom we ask, he
Mm.
should be careful about the situation we are in. So
Right.
I think this situation we should be early. And there are also other over you can say uh, Islamic situation in which we should arrive early, like there
Prayers for
are
prayers. Mm.
some yeah, for prayers,
Mm.
and there are some condition like someone is dead, so we should
Ah,
arrive early to give
mm.
support,
Sure, sure.
to feel let our relative relieve, let them feel
Sh-
relieved, or you can
share
say let them feel easy.
share this
So
sorrow.
yeah,
Yeah, share this sorrow. Okay.
yeah.
Mm. All right. So when it's emergency or you see some, you see things like happen, bereavity. Okay. So we should respond early. We should go quickly. All right.
There
Next
are
is
there are also several, like you can say weddings like Eid,
uh,
several occasions in which
uh,
we should be at our home early, so that we can let our family feel better. You can say without our family, we don't feel well. As my brother is in UK,
okay.
so he don't usually come at you can say occasions like Eid or etc. So
Um,
there is an emptiness. We
Emptiness.
don't feel well. Even they don't feel well. So I
All right.
think these occasions should be, you can say we should not miss this occasion, or we should not be late in this occasion.
Okay. Okay. All right. So next is that how important? Yeah, here this is this book is given by Cambridge. Okay, so it is here you see the question form, but they don't make it a question. It should be is should be in place of it. As a it is in a question form, it should be is it. Okay, so how
Yeah.
important is it to arrive early in your country? So this is this kind of, you see, wrong English may create some difficulty. Actually, when they ask you a question, their language will be in such a way that you should not understand the meanings. Okay, so they don't mean you to
This
test
should be
your ability.
they will be form. I think they will
All
be
your
formal.
they
I
all
think
their
they will be like
all
formal,
their
and they
person,
will be
yes, yeah.
like
Hmm.
use their proper accent. They will be
Uh,
speak in proper accent, so
Yes,
I should feel
I must tell
there's
you that
problem.
their effort is not to test your, you see, ability, that how convenient you are in speaking. They, all their efforts are to fail you, okay, to not give you good marks. So they will use some tactics. So you should not perform very good. Like one example is that when question is not, you see, asked in such a words that a person can easily understand. I have asked you many questions in here so that you should speak. I have, you see, molded the question. If I feel that you are not understanding the question, so I must make it easy and simple for you so that you should speak. So that is a way to test the speaking ability of someone, but they will not, you see, have sympathy with you. They will have their written question, and they will not care you are understanding the questions or not understanding question, and how
Will
they
they,
are creating, making
if
it
I
difficult.
will ask, if I don't get my question, get question, I
Uh-huh.
don't understand question. If I
Well,
ask them to repeat, will they repeat or not?
they may repeat it, but it is not in your favor. Okay, it may
Negative
it
impact. You can
okay,
say negative impact.
negative impact that would. Anyway, so you should guess what they are asking, and then you should smile. So be very attentive to what they are asking, and guess immediately what that should be about. And for that reason, and these are the practice questions, that how they ask, what is the wording, and the things like this. So how important is it to arrive early in your country? So is it very common in your country that people arrive early? People are punctual or not punctual?
I think people are punctual in our country.
Mm.
So about some occasions, you can
Mm.
say like someone is dead, or
Ah.
you can say marriage,
Mm.
or some. It depend on person, person to person. You
Ah,
can say,
yeah.
if I give my example, so
Ah.
I try my best, if someone call me for help or anything,
Mm.
so I try my best to reach out and help out.
Mm.
So I don't say for others. Some people, you can say, they just say we are coming, even they are they are not even concerned about other, in which situation they are or what problem they are facing. Even they don't bother. So
Bother.
I think this should be,
Mm.
uh, uh, you can say this should not be promoted. We should be aware of other, they are facing problems, so we should help them out. That is
Okay.
what we call relative. Why we call each other relative, friends. This is what friend for or relative for. So
All
we
right.
should help each other in
Right,
time
right.
of problem or anything.
Okay, when there's another example, so you go to office and you should reach office early, okay? Not very early, let's say almost on time, or you see 5 or 10 minutes before time you should reach office.
Yes.
And when we go to college, university, and we should go there, see, according to timetable, we should follow that. We should not be late. We should reach. This is very important. And you see, being punctual is really important, or it should be following a time schedule. It is really very important for success and for peace in the society as well. So, how can modern technology help people to arrive early? Do you think that modern technology is playing role? It is helping us
Yes.
to reach
I
early.
think
Mhm,
I think with modern technology, if we take example of
mhm.
our watches or mobile phone, we have
Ah,
alarms, so we can wake proper at the time in which we want to awake.
mm.
So there example of, we have a proper communication system. Like
Yes.
nowadays, if we take example of old age, so there was no proper communication channel or communication, you can say, there was no proper traveling ways. Like the
Um,
people are just arrive some places in days, or you can say in months or years. So
ah,
nowadays, if we want to reach another country in the other side of the earth, so we
Mm.
can reach in one day. So
One
I
day.
think I think modern technology is playing its part. So I think
Okay.
there is more of it. Technology will moderate us, will enhance.
Okay.
So, but we should be we should be careful. Like we should have to be sensitive about things. We
Uh,
shouldn't be if I take example of modern technology disadvantage.
mm.
So nowadays people misusing it also. So I think this should not be promoted or not be followed.
Okay. So modern technology is also almost every house is having a motorbike. Okay, every young man
Yes.
is having motorbike, so it is a lot easy, and the other vehicles are playing on the road as well. So it is pretty easy now to reach early. Time to you see, now we have Orange Line train is also there. It's carrying people to the offices or their workplaces. They are following a time schedule, timetable. So
I think these are less, and also we arrive at time. As
yeah,
there was no orange line, there was rickshaws. So
rickshaws, yeah.
yeah. So they
Mhm.
ask for the money according to their mode.
Yes,
Whatever they ask for,
yes.
40 rupees,
You
50
can,
rupees.
yes, of course, it is. You are very right. So now let us see now being patient. Okay, well, sometimes when we have to wait, it's our patience is tested. Okay, it's a really some we feel very upset when we have to wait for a long time or unusual you see length of time. So what kinds of jobs require the most patience? There are some jobs and we have to be patient about them, about the behavior of the people. So what kind of jobs you think that uh, that tries our patience?
I think the field of the doctors is
Ah,
one of the best example, if I can say, for
mm,
the test of our patients. So,
ah,
or there are other field like you can say the pilot. He
pilots.
have to be patient.
Mm,
Or there are other jobs like military personnels. They have to be
correct.
patient while dealing with others.
Mm,
You can say if they are dealing at the border, they have
ah,
to be patient. They have to be proper in their mind while taking any actions. So
right. Hello, are you there?
yes, I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
So these are the jobs. A few examples. Teacher's job is also when say the theme that
Yes.
children, then they also
Sorry,
need
I
this
don't
very
mention.
basis. Okay. So is it always student life is also tries patience? Okay, every student wants to be successful at very quickly, but
I think
he
actually I think
business all the
every job
fields
or business need require patience. As we
patience.
invest in any business,
Ah,
it
sure.
requires patience, motivation. If we
Right, right.
don't do patient, we will fail in our
Ah,
daily life or in our future life. You can say we will face failure. So
right.
the person who learn to face the patience will be the successful
Ah.
person of this planet, you can say.
Right, very good. Okay, now, is it always better to be patient in work or studies? Do you think that being patient is helping us in our, you see,
Yes, if
um,
we can say the boss is not in a good mood, he just say words he shouldn't have to say. So if we don't do patience, we will if we answer him in such same manner. So I think it's not also the out of our ethics. It's
uh,
also will cause us to lose our job. So
uh,
we should see while speaking, or you can say talking, whom we are talking to, and also
uh,
the way we are talking in. So
uh,
I think it's very important to
mm,
consider this situation.
mm. Yes.
So
So in studies and in work, the patience is really very important, and
Yes, I think
it
so.
helps us a lot. There is no way out, and we have to be patient as well. So this is good. Everybody does the same. Do you agree or disagree that the older people are, the more patient and they are? The question is, you see, it is not
Yeah, I
mentioned.
understand this question.
And
I
agree or
understand.
disagree that the older people are
I am
more
agree and
patient?
disagree too.
Yes, yes.
This is this is depend person to person. You
Mm-hmm.
can say some old age people, if you know they are ill, they don't have proper health care. So the person who is in pain or they lost their patience.
Mm-hmm.
So I think some old age people don't have patience, and some you can say some people have a lot extreme level patience. So it depends
Um,
person to person. We
okay.
can't say a whole about that old age persons have. I am agree and I am both agree and disagree with this
So,
statement.
so mostly is how the general situation is that elderly people are more patient or not?
I think they are patient and
Mm-hmm.
also they took bold steps while
Uh,
taking any step or any you can say decision.
okay.
So I think they are bold,
Okay.
and they have life experience.
Um,
We if we compare ourselves with the children,
okay.
so children are more impatient. You can say they start crying
Mm.
if we don't give them what they want or what they ask for, so they are more impatient. So I think with the life our patience increases.
Yes,
So
sure.
it's also depend on the person.
Yes,
So
we become maturer in our old age.
yes,
So for this reason, so we are more patient because time has proved us wrong many times. So then we naturally we seek
yes,
advice and
as we say, failure is the best teacher.
sure
Best
it is.
lesson to
Oh,
best lesson to learn things, new things.
okay, okay.
So the person who don't fail, I think he either he don't
Im-
I don't consider him a successful person.
okay, all right.
You
You are
can
very right.
the person who is fail who got fail, he
Okay,
have experience.
okay.
He know the conditions.
Mm.
So I think the failure is also a lesson to learn things.
Okay. So this is this type of the question. It was the first test for you, and normally the whole test is in 15 minutes. Okay, and but as I wanted you to speak more, so it's over 1 hour, more than 1 hour that you've been speaking, and it was very good to have a discussion
Yes,
with you. So
it was 1 hour and 10 minutes.
okay, 1 hour 10 minutes. So will you continue your studies in the next tomorrow is Saturday. Saturday, Sunday is off. Okay, I don't take classes on Saturday, Sunday because I have
Okay,
some other business. Next class will be on Monday.
okay,
And the one
okay,
request is
sir.
that before taking the class, you should deposit the fees.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I will pay. I consider it.
Uh,
Actually, I was going to pay you, so I think I will. I was thinking I will ask you at the end. Can you
uh,
give me proper number, your number, because
then
um,
telephone number that I have been calling you, the zero three,
yes.
you can write, note it down, 0301 4604168.
Okay, I have it.
So
Zero
Jay's
three
number.
zero one four six zero four one
Uh,
six eight. Okay,
I have
I
Jay's
will
cash
text you
account.
when. Okay,
Yes,
I will
sure.
text you when once I will pay it. Okay.
Okay, you will be very nice if you could manage tomorrow because I need some
No,
money.
no, I am
Okay.
going to pay you right now because I have a account. I'm
Okay.
going to pay you through my bank
That
account.
that is very nice of you. Okay, it will help me a lot. So with the better confidence, I will take my class. You see, next
Actually,
class. Hmm. Yes,
Yeah,
keep,
yeah,
keep.
I know. If we paid well paid at time, so we
Ah,
give our devotion and motivation
yes,
properly and concentration.
you give me strength because I become more responsible. Okay, I become more
Yes,
responsible. I have taken money, so I will have
it's
to
it
adjust.
it becomes your responsibility.
Oh, yes, it is. So if you make me very free, inshallah, I will help. I will be able to help you better. Okay. So
So, what do you
dear,
think about my today's session?
well, dear, it is. It seems that you have spoken English after a long time.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So this is one reason that. But when you have started speaking,
No,
in during this
actually,
1 hour.
I don't even speak English. I told you I am weak in English while
Yeah.
speaking.
Yes, it is. You have started now, and then this 1 hour you have. When I will just send you the link on your you see, email address, and on YouTube you can overview this whole your class, and you can see from the beginning situation in the beginning and situation in the end, and you will also feel the difference in 1 hour that you have made.
Yes, I myself feel the difference in 1 hour. How
Okay.
fluent I start to
So
speak. I
when
start
you
speaking.
become
So,
more familiar, the more test you do it, okay, then time management will be is also
is it
important.
Bharat or it is Bharat or
Yes, yes,
what is
yes.
your network?
Uh,
Mobiling.
See,
Okay.
my JS number. You could not use my VARS number, okay? 0301.
0301. Yes,
Yes,
yes. I am
use that
using it.
number.
Abdul.
Abdul
What
Wahid.
is your good name? What is your good name?
Abdul Wahid Gondal.
Abdul Wahid Kund. I am saving it so next time if I have to pay, so it will be convenient, easy.
Sure, sure, it is. I have my jazz account, and it will be easily converted to okay. Okay,
Zero
dear, hit.
three one two three five six. Okay, sir.
Okay, dear. I wish you a very good night.
How much? I think it was 5,000.
5,000, yeah.
Okay. 031014604168. Okay. What the heck? Zero.